Well, hello everybody out there in hypnosis land. My name is Dee Dee Berg and I'm your host for Let's Talk Hypnosis, brought to you by Hypnothoughts 2018 Live. And today we have my very special guest, Victoria. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Let me tell
good to be here.
Yes, yeah, and it's good to have you because let me tell you about Victoria. She's amazing. She is not only a certified master hypnotist, but she is a pioneer in the hypnosis recording industry. So in 1999, she was the founder of HypTalk.com. That's HYPTALK.com, one of the original online hypnosis companies. And along with about 30 other websites, Victoria?
That's correct.
30 other websites. So Victoria has written and recorded over 500 hypnosis recordings, 20 audiobooks, 60 personal growth video training modules, and numerous iPhone hypnosis apps. So she's also a graduate of PSI Seminars since 1998, and Victoria has coached the Women's Leadership Training and Life Success Training in Northern California. So, Victoria, amazing. Like, how did you accomplish all this? What was it that got you so on fire and cued you into the internet at this time where you were one of the pioneers in online product sales?
Well, thank you for that very warm introduction. I really appreciate that. Like you had talked about the PSI seminars that I was coaching, I was really involved with that at the time. It's a personal growth and development company. And at that time, we would go through these closed eye techniques during our training. Mm-hmm. They would relax us and they would bring up all kinds of things from our past and we would resolve it. And I didn't really make the connection at that time that what they were really doing was hypnosis. It was a closed eye technique or visualizations and that kind of thing. And so I wanted to bring all my friends and family to experience these wonderful transformational techniques that I was learning about and that I was getting a lot of benefit from, but no one wanted to come to these long weekend trainings and spend, $500-600, even more money on themselves. And so it occurred to me that there was sort of a gap that was in the market where I could bring the seminar to them. And that's when I came up with the idea. I wasn't a hypnotist at the time, and I didn't go into being a hypnotist because I wanted to spend all day long treating clients. I got into being a hypnotist because I wanted to help the self-helpers. I wanted to bring the seminar to them. And so I looked for a way to get the credibility of being able to create transformational programs. And at the time I was thinking, well, is it going to be meditation? Is it going to be visualization? But what do I do to get myself in a place where I know that I'm saying the right things in people's ears? And that's when I stumbled upon hypnotherapy, and I got myself certified in hypnotherapy. And then the bug kind of bit to actually sit down with clients, and I did that for about 5 or 6 years in the initial stages when I was building my online empire of all of these wonderful hypnosis recordings. So that's kind of in a nutshell how I got started.
Okay, and I'm sure as many people who sell products, you get a lot of comments back from very satisfied or listeners that have been able to achieve things that perhaps they haven't achieved in a while. So what are some of the best things people have said about your products, like when they send you emails?
Oh my goodness. Well, I have right now roughly 3,000 reviews on my products. Wow. So anywhere from people meeting their soulmate and getting married to their soulmate to starting their own business. And, these are the kinds of things that I'm starting to target a little bit more are people that are in the business arena where they've manifested money out of, just listening to the programs and changing their mindset, to people being able to stop lifelong habits of biting their nails to reducing their blood pressure to reducing, I mean, you name it.
Right.
There's pretty much been a testimonial about it. And there's like no way I could continue doing the work that I do without all these wonderful pieces of feedback, because that's what just kind of keeps you going. When you're in front of somebody, you get the feedback right away. Right. But with my programs, I usually have to wait a few weeks for people to realize the changes and the benefits, and then I get the reviews, and and it's fun.
It feels good, doesn't it? It's good to know that you're helping people.
It is. It really is. That's the main reason that that I do that keeps driving me to do what I do. It's like, oh my God, they made this change, and I feel like compelled to continue to make more and market more and do what I need to do to stay in front of people and in people's ears.
Yeah, because my next question actually was, how did you do 500? But I think you actually told us it was like the fuel from the feedback that constantly keeps you creating.
It does. And, back about 5 years ago, I only had around 200 programs. And so it was about 5 years ago that I kind of came up with a system, and the system was just a way, it was like one day I used to do it all myself. Like, I mean, I literally, even when I was selling CDs at the time, I no longer am having to ship out CDs. I have a fulfillment center, and I have a place that makes the CDs for me. But in the initial stages, I would make all of the stuff myself and mail it out. And
oh, wow.
I had to do everything. And so there was one day where I just said, well, what if I didn't have to do this anymore? Right. And so I was able to get a few things off of my plate. And the more things I was able to get off my plate, the more I was able to realize, like, oh, well, I could have somebody do this and this. And before you knew it, I had my own, I had my own person that was the recording engineer.
Yeah, recording engineer.
My own recording engineer that I would send all of my raw vocals to. So I would literally just one take. Maybe I would make a little mistake here and there, but I would just send him my raw vocal, and then he would polish it up. And so it would literally take me maybe 20 to 30 minutes to record one script that maybe took me a couple of hours to write. So I could every single day repeat that process, and then I would basically turn that over to my virtual assistant, who would, it just had this entire production that, and within 1 year, just 1 year, I doubled the amount of recordings.
Yeah, that makes sense when you have a system in place and you have everybody helping you out. So no doubt you're going to be talking about this in your one day, your 2-hour talk.
It's a 2-hour talk. And now, after having put this 2-hour talk together, you say one day, but boy, I mean, there's so much that involved, I could talk about, and it could take a day or two, but I'm going to highlight the best of the the best, and absolutely, give you the most important, pertinent information that I possibly can in those 2 hours.
Amazing. So for all of you who are interested, for you aspiring hypnotist recording artists, or even for people who are just thinking about maybe exploring the idea, Victoria's course is called Passive Profit and Prosperity with Hypnosis Recordings, Tricks and Tips. Tricks and tips. So why not hear it? Yeah. Why not hear it from one of our pioneers in the industry who's figured it out, so that you don't have to do the same thing she did?
Exactly.
Wonderful. Exactly. So thank you for being with us, Victoria, here today, and we look forward to seeing you at Hypnothoughts. So everybody who wants to sign up for Hypnothoughts, who hasn't yet done it, htlive.net. This has been Dee Dee Berg, your host, speaking with Victoria Gallagher.
Thank you very much. And I look forward to seeing you all there.
Yeah, wonderful. We'll see you. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.